Hello everyone, this is Tiberius. I'm here with Losty for the third staff interview. Hello Losty.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty well, thanks. Alright, so we've got basically a load of the same questions that we asked Rob and Stimbo, plus some others that some of the membership wanted to ask you specifically. I've jumbled them all up. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Good. Alright. What do you value most? Your dreams, your memories, or your feelings?
My dreams, my memories, or my feelings? I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that. But I guess, yeah, kind of all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of go together, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, your feelings are kind of based off of your dreams and your memories, right? I don't know.
That's fine. Yeah, it's yeah, I
That's
guess
a terrible answer.
It's alright. Should we move on?
I'm just gonna say I don't know for all the questions, okay?
Okay. This is going well. Alright, here's another one. With winter coming, how do you dress for the cold? Multiple layers, one big fucking coat, screw that, I'm a polar bear? That's literally how it was phrased.
You know what's funny is I live in Georgia, so it doesn't really get much colder here in the winter than it is in like the fall or the spring.
Mm-hmm.
But I always wear multiple layers, like always. Even in the summer, I'll wear like an undershirt and a t-shirt and a long sleeve shirt. It's not because I get cold really easy, it's just because when I go outside, my skin's really sensitive to the sun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I guess I'm a layers person.
Layers. Always good. Alright, what would you find tolerable or intolerable that other staff may not? So I think this is in reference to sort of rule violations.
I think I'm the opposite of Stimbo. I would say necroposting still, but just because I think it's funny. I mean, I totally get when someone does it that it's annoying. Like some really controversial thread that's from 4 years ago and none of those people are around anymore, and then some weirdo just makes this long dumb post on there and we're like, really?
Yep.
I get that. But most of the time, I just think it's kind of funny.
What I find funny about necroposting is when it happens and then somebody comes in and says, you necroposted, and then some newbie finds the thread in his like new posts thing and just posts a reply, and then it's just a thread all over again. Mm-hmm. It's like, stop it, guys.
I think it's funny. I really like when, like, if somebody does one post, it wouldn't really matter because everyone else can just roll their eyes and move on.
Yeah.
But when somebody does one post and then everyone else is like, you necroposted, you necroposted, you necroposted. Yeah. And then now it's like, it's not even a necropost anymore because the thread is active now.
Yeah. It's a thread with a big long pause in the middle. Yeah. Alright. Gloves or mittens?
So mittens? Well, I'm an adult, so I need to use my fingers sometimes, so I don't wear mittens. I don't. Do grown-ups wear mittens?
I don't know. I don't think I wear mittens, but maybe they make adult-sized mittens.
I don't actually wear gloves or mittens because it just doesn't get cold enough here. But
if I was going to
choose, I would choose gloves because I don't know how you would function without fingers.
True enough. Alright, this is a very strange question. How awkward do you feel right now and in general?
I didn't feel awkward until you asked me that. No, I don't think I feel awkward at all. I don't really know what that means.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Okay.
How did you feel when you were told you were invited to join the staff?
How did I feel? I guess I had mixed feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a mod before, and it was awful. It was like the worst experience of my life. Not really, but it sucked. But it's AF, so like I already knew all the mods, so I was kind of excited too.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really happy just to be asked.
Most people
nice.
are, I think. That's
like regardless of the decision, I was like, oh,
yeah.
thanks.
Okay. What are your top 3 movies, books, and bands at the moment?
Top 3 of each, or like?
I think top 3 of each. Let's go with movies first.
Let me think here. That is hard. Okay, I'm gonna choose Swordfish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know that movie.
I don't
love that
know.
movie. It's kind of old. It has John Travolta and Halle Berry in it.
Okay.
Anyways, I really like it. You probably don't know any of my favorite movies. My Sassy Girl. I really love that movie. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. I think it's originally in Chinese, so it just has subtitles, but it's a really good movie. And the other one, I don't even know the name of it. I think it's called like Toca la Pared or something, but it's like not in English, but it's a really good movie too.
Alright. 3 movies, I have no idea what they are, so I can't really ask any follow-up questions.
At least Swordfish is an American-made movie. It's just really old.
Yeah. How old is it?
Someone has at least heard of it. I don't even know.
Are we talking black and white, or are we talking like...
No, it's not that old. Okay. No, it's not black and white. It's just... I don't know when it came out. I would say probably at least 15 years ago.
Oh, okay. That's not old, Losty. That's not old at all.
I mean, it's not... I didn't mean... I don't mean it's like old, but it's just old as in it's not something that came out recently. It's not new. Okay. Does that work? I don't know.
Okay. Moving on. Books.
Books is way too hard. How can you choose three favorite books? How is that? I don't know.
I don't read many books, so when I answer this question, it's going to be really difficult.
I don't even know what kind of book to choose. Should I, no, I don't know. I want to say something really fancy so everyone will think I'm smart, but really I would think my favorite book series is the Anita Blake series.
Okay.
And that has a lot of different books in it, like about 24, so we could just count all those.
What are they about?
Well, Anita Blake is a vampire hunter, and then at some point in the series she actually becomes kind of like a sort of vampire person.
Okay.
It has vampires and zombies and were animals and a lot of sex. Yep, that's
Okay.
It sounds really disturbing when you say it like that.
Right, so it's an adult book series about vampiric sex. Fair enough.
Wow. Yes, that kind of sums it up.
Alright. We'll just take 2 random books out of that. I'm sure they're good. Okay, what about 3 of your favourite bands?
3 of my favorite bands. I really hate answering these kind of questions. Like, everyone's gonna judge me because I have terrible taste. Let's see. I like Linkin Park.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Stained. I like Stained. I don't know a lot of band names.
Yeah.
I just kind of like to listen to music, and I don't really care who sings it or anything. I don't know.
I'm a bit
I like
that.
Linkin Park and Stained. I'll choose 2.
Alright. Yeah, I'm a bit like that. I don't really do song names or band names. Like, the only reason I know band names is because when I add the music to Spotify, like, I see the band name.
Oh, you said Spotify. That made me remember another one.
Okay.
And then I lost it again. Okay. It's like Within Temptation, I think.
Alright.
I think that's the name of the band, anyway.
There you go. You got 3. Let's move in. So now how awkward are you feeling? After having to answer that question. Presumably quite a lot.
Every time someone asks, like, you can't really ask someone how awkward they feel, because as soon as you say that, then that makes someone feel more awkward than they felt before you said that.
I think that might be the point of the question. Alright. We'll move on. Who would you most like to meet from AF, staff or non-staff?
Wait. They just want to know if I'd rather meet staff or non-staff?
No.
Or...
Who would you most like to meet? And they can be staff or non-staff, doesn't matter.
That's impossible. I would say probably everyone except for maybe like a couple people. It would be easier to answer who would you most not like to meet, but I don't think that would be very nice. So,
no. So you're up for meeting. You're up for meeting absolutely everybody apart from a few people.
I mean, it's like I don't really technically want to meet any of you guys. You know?
Oh, thanks.
But no, it's just because I'm really shy and.
Right.
But if I had to choose someone to meet, I don't know if I would be able to choose like a specific person. I don't know. We can just have a big party and invite everyone.
Alright, it's going to have to be a very big party. Okay. In your opinion, what's the sexiest American accent?
What? I'm American. Why would I think American accents are sexy?
Well, presumably you know... You can sort of tell when a person has a different accent from a different state.
You have like New England, and then you have separate New York and separate New Jersey because those are New England but different.
No, they're not. They're not New England. I'm New England. I know they're not New England. You'll get lynched if you say they're New England.
Okay.
New England, right? New England is Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. It's those 6. And Connecticut's hanging on by a thread because it's technically in the tri-state area. So it's basically New York.
Oh, man. Well,
moving on.
Those are... Well, I already called the accents separate anyway, so I was close.
That's alright. It's the accent and the people.
I'm trying to think of some more American accents. Like,
it's like a California
there's
accent.
a southern accent, California.
Wyoming has a really weird accent.
I'm trying to think of Wyoming. Is that where? Have you seen How I Met Your Mother? Is that where that guy's
No.
from? The cheese state?
Yeah, Wyoming, I think, is the cheese state.
Yeah, they do have. They're kind of Canadian-ish.
Yeah.
Sexiest American accents. I don't know.
All right. Do you want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think that was a squishy question, so I have to answer that one. I don't want to hurt his feelings. I'm gonna go with like a southern accent, but you have to have a really deep voice, like
Deep southern
cowboy accent.
Right.
That's kind of sexy.
There you go. Okay, what, if any, religious influence did you have growing up?
Oh boy. When I was really young, my parents were Baptist. And then some crazy drama went down at our church. And we left that church and went to like a psycho church. I don't think it really had a denomination. It was just like everyone's crazy here kind of church.
Like, what would they do that was crazy?
Just the beliefs themselves, like really fundamental and bleh, yuck. I mean, these are the kinds of things. I remember a girl who lost her virginity and was made to apologize to our entire congregation.
Wow.
And that, like that's horrible.
Yeah.
It was really weird for me because I was pretty young and, you know, you get this sex is bad stuff drilled into your head and then all of a sudden everyone's talking about sex and you feel really weird and it's at church.
Yeah,
but I can't imagine what that must have been like for her. But there was a lot of that kind of stuff going on. I feel like I have more memories of just young people being forced by their parents to apologize for like things that they've done.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really remember learning much religious stuff.
Okay.
There's a lot of drama.
So when did you sort of get out of that sort of situation?
Well, when I got married, then I had to become a Catholic.
Oh wow.
Which was really weird because it was hard for me because I had to, and then at the same time I felt wrong because I didn't really feel like a Catholic still, you know. So I felt like I was lying. But oh well. So there was that, and that was really strange experience because my ex-husband is Guatemalan, and so there's a lot of weird extra stuff in their Catholic Church that doesn't really match what I know as Catholicism. Like they just have all these strange superstitions, which sounds funny when you're talking about religion anyways, but you know, they're like extra strange.
Yeah.
Just really weird stuff. I remember when I was pregnant, I had to wrap this weird thing around my stomach every time there was a full moon.
Seriously?
Yeah, serious, I'm not joking.
What was it supposed to do? Prevent, like, the werewolf baby?
I don't really remember it was my ex-husband's mother doesn't speak Spanish very well because she speaks Czech, I think is the name of the language, which is like indigenous of Guatemala. So her Spanish isn't very good. So most of the time I couldn't understand most of the stuff she was saying. But it was something about protecting me from having a miscarriage.
Right.
Because I don't know why. I guess the moon was gonna take my baby. I don't know. That was some weird stuff. Well, anyway, so I didn't really stop doing religious stuff until after that. So, I mean, I've only been an atheist for a few years.
Fair enough. So yeah, you're pretty recently out of the whole religious thing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It feels a lot longer than it really is.
Yeah. Oh. well, I'm glad you're out of it now, anyway, because that sounds awful. All right, we'll move on. How does it feel being heavily outnumbered by dudes on the staff? I like the fact that they use the word dude and not just men. We're all dudes. It's good.
Well, I mean, there are like 2 other girls. They just don't really post as much.
Yeah.
I don't really notice it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's not like there's a bunch of locker room talk in the staff section or something.
Yeah, no, there's no grabbing them by the pussy references.
Oh my God.
Not that I've noticed.
I mean,
yeah, I know it doesn't really come up. It's not like I go into a thread and like people want my opinion, and I was like, well, as a guy, I feel this way.
No,
it's kind of like
it doesn't.
Yeah, it's also I kind of find it difficult because for some staff members, right? I legitimately up until recently I didn't know if they were a guy or a girl or not. Like I had an inkling. It's just not something I think about, you know. So it's like it's just weird.
Funny.
Yeah. That's that question answered. Yeah, it's not really. It's outnumbered by people more than that's outnumbered by anyone else.
Yeah. I love when, since Roland joined though, that's the only thing that makes me ever think about it, because whenever I do something as staff, he sometimes comes on and like posts a lady in some kind of fancy outfit. And he's like, "This is you, Losty."
Okay.
That makes me laugh.
All right. A question about shoes: slip-on, tie, or barefoot?
Well, you can't really go out, and I like to wear socks if I'm at home. I don't really like to be barefoot or have shoes on. But, I mean, when I leave the house, I'm not going to go out in my socks.
Yeah.
So, usually slip-on, or not really slip-on, but, you know, like shoes that have buckles.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, the person who asked this question clearly didn't know about all the different ways of, you know, securing shoes.
Yeah. I'm
slip-on or tie, and that's it. Velcro doesn't exist. Buckles don't exist. A lot of
flats that are just slip-on.
Yeah.
But I wear sandals a lot because I live in the South. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Here's the personal one. How old are you?
Well, if that's as personal as it's gonna get, then
it's kind of quite a personal question to ask someone their age, I think, especially if you just know them from the forum.
That's true, I guess. I'm 27.
Good age.
Yeah.
So you've been an atheist for what? You said 2 years, so that make you what, like 25, 24?
No, I think it's been 3 years at least. I've been a member of AF for more than 2 years.
Cool.
It's actually been more than 3 years, because here's how, or right at 3 years, because I joined TTA before AF, and that was on my daughter's first birthday, and she just recently turned 4. So that's 3 years.
Cool.
Yep. So I was 24.
Awesome. What is your favorite sleeping position? This is an important one. This separates, I'm going to say the men from the boys, but it separates the older people from the younger people. That's a better way of saying it.
I'm kind of a crazy sleeper.
Yeah.
I usually wake up a lot in a different position than I was when I fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes I'll have my leg on the wall.
Right,
or just
okay.
like all my pillows and blankets in a pile, and then I'm just like beside them. And I don't know, I'm just a crazy sleeper. I move around in my sleep a lot.
Yeah.
But when I go to sleep, I usually start out on my back.
Okay.
If that helps.
Yeah.
What is this determining about my personality?
I don't know. But the fact that you seem to wake up with your leg halfway up the wall is I don't know what that says.
I just have
psychiatrists still have debates about that one. Alright.
My legs are crazy. That wakes me up. You can't just have your leg in the air when you're sleeping.
No.
That wakes you up. It's really annoying, actually.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Anyway.
Alright. You mentioned socks a few answers ago. As like you like to wear socks around the house. What kind/colour of socks do you wear? Are you a sock for all occasions person, or one sock fits all? Let's start with what kind and colour of sock do you wear? Let's start with that.
It depends on the occasion. If I'm at my house, then I just wear whatever socks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of weird about socks because they have to be on the right foot. Like, it's unacceptable to wear a sock on my right foot that used to be on the left foot because it feels weird. I really don't like that.
Really?
I can tell, like, people make fun of me. I can tell. I don't like it when other people do it either.
I have no idea which feet my socks have been in, so.
I mean, some people I won't notice it on, if just depending on how their socks fit, but it really bothers me if I see a person who has like that weird flap at the end of their toe.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, that sock is on the wrong foot.
So you should label your socks. Do you label your socks? Is that how you know which one?
I don't.
How do you wash them?
Tell. I just wash them. Just throw them all in and wash them.
But as soon as you pull them on, you can tell.
Right.
Right. Okay. Well, can you tell just by look? If you had like two socks and you were just looking at them, could you tell which one was the right? You couldn't. You have to wear them.
I mean, I mean, you just have a 50% chance of getting it right. So it's not like I'm spending all day trying to find, a right sock or a left sock.
True, but it's an extra step.
Yeah.
You got to put it on, and you got to sigh and take it off and swap it over. And what if you pick out two socks from the drawer and they're both left socks?
What? How would that happen?
Well, if you don't you have like multiple sets of matching socks, or because my drawer is just full of black socks. Like I bought like a 5-pack of.
Oh.
So. And they go into the wash differently, so
white socks and pink socks and stripy socks.
So your socks are all sort of color coded. You don't have any identical sets of socks.
I'm sure I do somewhere.
All right. Well, I think this problem might come up in the future. 2 left socks, and then you'll find it, and then you'll think back. Tiberius was right.
If I came across that, I think I would just throw those socks out. Like, I can't have 2 left socks. I mean, what am I going to do with them?
Well, the right socks would be in the drawer, presumably.
Yeah, if I could find another match to them, then I would just fix them, I guess.
There you go. All right.
Okay, now everyone knows how weird I am. Let's move on.
With socks and sleeping. All right, what car do you drive, and what would be your dream car?
I drive a van because I have 3 kids and 3 dogs.
Oh, wow.
So I drive a van. I don't really have. I'm not like a car person, so I don't really care about cars that much. I guess my dream car would be a better van. I don't know.
Fair enough. All right. Heel preference. None, kittens, pump, stilettos, wedge, cone. Do you have a heel preference?
I want to know what kittens are. Because I read that question in the thread and I was like, I don't know what that means. Do you know?
No, I don't do like heeled shoes. That's my wife's area.
I didn't.
I thought kittens were like little cats. To be quite honest with you.
Me too. Apparently, I don't know enough about shoes. I don't like wedges. Okay. I won't wear wedges because I always roll my ankles whenever I have wedges.
Right.
So I won't even buy those anymore. Other than that, like, I'm pretty tall. I'm 5'8", so I usually like to wear flats unless I'm specifically going out with somebody that's taller than me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I go out with a bunch of friends and they're all taller than me, then I'll wear heels. Most of the time that means there's at least some guys, because all my girlfriends are all shorter than me. And then I'm definitely not going to wear any heels hanging out with them, so I can be like 4 feet taller than they are.
All right.
And I don't wear heels to work because that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Too many little kids running around. Just no.
Okay, to date and without naming names, has there been any instance where you regretted having an individual on staff?
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't have people on staff. I think that's just a strange question. Like,
well, have you ever regretted someone being on staff? I guess.
As far as someone as a staff member, no. I feel like I haven't even been staff very long. Like, I think know.
It was 2015, wasn't it? I can look it up. Hang on.
Yeah, I feel like it was. Was it 2015?
Oh, no,
was it that long ago?
It was this year. It was 11th.
I thought so.
11th of June.
Okay, I was like, geez, has it been that long? It doesn't feel like it. Yeah, I've only been on staff for like, what, 4 months?
Fair enough. I was really thinking about someone else. Alright, there we go. Alright, what's in for it? Sorry, let me I can't read. What's in it for you being a mod? There don't seem to be any perks. was the actual question that was written.
Oh, okay.
That my tongue decided to betray me on.
Of course there's perks. Like, I can just delete posts when no one's looking. No. I think it's fun. Like, honestly, I don't know. Sometimes it sucks, and then I'm just like, oh. But when that happens, like, that's easy to deal with because then I just, close out and go do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time it's fun. Like, just sit and talk to people in the staff area. That's fun. I don't know. I was like a little kid when I first joined staff because it was so exciting. I was like, oh, look at all these new buttons.
Yeah, the buttons are the best bit.
I don't like the red bar.
Which red bar?
It's the one that goes across the top when there's a report.
Oh, right.
It really, really bothers me.
Well, then you have to go and read the report. That's the idea.
Yes, but that red bar is for everyone. Like,
yeah.
I joined staff and I'm like, okay, I've read this report marked as read, and then I get this PM from Escalax.
Yeah.
He's like, just so you know, when you do that, it erases it for everyone. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that is an annoyance. It's not something we can change, really. It's really difficult. But, there we go. Alright, this is a question, I'm not entirely sure what the abbreviation FM means. I presume you do.
I'm going to guess that, is it, okay, just what's the question first?
The question is, of course I'm going to ask about your FM, don't feel obligated to respond. And then there's a load of other questions, like what activities are most adversely impacted?
Right. That would be fibromyalgia, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay. Are you okay talking about that?
Sure.
Cool. Okay. That would have been awkward if you hadn't as well just stopped. Alright, so the questions are, what activities are most adversely impacted? That's the first one.
Activities most...
Well, I guess firstly, explain what it is for people like me who have no idea.
It's like, it just makes everything hurt.
Right.
So my nerves get confused and tell my brain that parts of my body hurts for no reason.
Okay.
It's supposed to affect your muscles more than anything else, but I've noticed for myself personally that it affects my skin a lot. Right. So I think it's mainly because I'm used to the muscle pain. It's the small things that get affected, like wearing a bra. The strap touching my shoulder hurts.
Right.
I have to make sure my sheets are really straight before I get in bed, because if there's like a crinkle in the sheets, after a while of it touching my skin, it'll start to hurt, and then I have to get up and fix it. Activities, though, well, pretty much anything that's like physical. I can't run, but that's mostly due to other health problems too. I used to run a lot. I get tired easy. I don't know. It really affects everything in my life.
I can imagine. Okay, which came first, depression or FM?
That would definitely be depression. Like, I've struggled with depression probably my whole life. I was just diagnosed with fibromyalgia maybe 2 years ago, I want to say.
Alright. Have you been accused of being a malingerer by medical professionals or employers?
I don't actually know what malingerer means.
I'm going to look it up so I don't embarrass myself. Because I have an inkling.
I'm guessing it's like a trying to seek drugs.
The definition on Google is a person who malingus.
What?
That's really helpful.
Well, that's
Google.
really helpful.
Yeah, exaggerates or feigns illness in order to escape duty or work.
Oh, to escape duty. I just assumed it was, no, I've never been made to feel like I exaggerated anything to escape duty or work. I think mainly that's just because I don't really get emotional. That's kind of an important thing when you're a girl. If you want doctors to take you seriously, you can't cry.
Right.
Because if you cry, then they're like, "Oh, you're just a baby. It's okay, honey." And if you don't cry, then they actually take you seriously. I've discovered that over the years of health problems. But so you go in and you seem kind of normal, and maybe a nurse looks at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
And then they check your vitals, and your blood pressure is like through the roof. And they're like, "Oh, it really does hurt. Okay." Like that's the main thing. Like nobody ever thinks I'm just pretending to get out of work. I have had doctors not accuse me, but make me feel like they think that I'm like some kind of a drug addict.
Right.
But that's usually over the phone, or doctors from my insurance company, because they're assholes.
Yeah.
Just saying. Yeah.
Good. Alright, if you can single one out, which treatment has been the most beneficial?
Jeez. That's hard. I mean, aside from like just general medicine, I want to go with pool therapy. I'm like a pool therapy pusher, just like peer pressuring people into trying pool therapy. I did that to CD not too long ago.
And what is pool therapy?
It's like physical therapy in the water.
Okay, so it is a swimming pool. I was making sure it wasn't like billiards or something, you know.
No.
You know, go down to the sports bar, play a few rounds of pool. You'll feel much better.
I don't know, that might be helpful. Like, it sounds like a stress reliever.
There you go.
No, but it's really good because it's low impact. Like, you can do all the things that you would do in regular or in regular therapy. Like, I don't know, for other people, when I do physical therapy, it's mostly just stretching and like maybe lifting really small weights.
Yeah.
Going up and down little steps. All those things are so much easier to do when you're in the water. And I don't know, after I do that kind of stuff, it helps with the pain a lot, so.
That's good. Alright, how understanding was your immediate family, especially in the beginning?
Well, in the beginning, that sounds so funny. In the beginning, I feel like I'm reading the Bible now. I didn't really have a lot of immediate anyone at the time. I was like in between places, not really connected with any of my family. So I guess I don't really know. I was just like all on my own, so. But most people now, or whenever they found out, everyone's been pretty understanding. I have here a close group of friends that I consider to be family, and they're all really helpful. Like, I have a lot of other health problems aside from fibromyalgia, so I'm sick a lot, and I can't do things a lot. But I have a lot of friends that will just come over and stay with me, help me with the kids and the dogs, and they're
That's
really, really understanding. So that's good.
Excellent. Okay, moving on from
Depressing stuff.
depressing medical questions. Have you met any Atheist Forum members in person? And if so, what was it like?
I haven't.
You haven't?
I actually had the opportunity to meet Steel Curtain, and then I didn't because
Why not?
I'm horrible. He was like, meet me, and I was like, no, I'm gonna hide in my house now.
Well, okay. All right then. Well, tea, coffee, or beer? I guess is the next question.
Coffee for sure.
Coffee. And what's your favourite coffee?
I don't know.
Like you just do like
no.
Do you like make
I buy
instant
my
coffee?
or I actually buy my coffee at Sam's Club. And
okay.
I don't. It's imported from Guatemala, but I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, and I don't really feel like getting up to go see what it is.
That's fine. But it's like, is it instant coffee or is it like drip coffee?
It's just what?
Instant coffee. Are
you
is the
asking
one where
me if it's fake coffee or real coffee?
No. So sorry, I'm a coffee aficionado, so I know all the different terms. So
no, I
instant
know the different
coffee,
terms.
right?
I just don't consider instant coffee to count as actual coffee.
Oh no, I don't either. So that's good. We're in agreement.
That's like fake coffee.
Yeah.
Ugh, that stuff is gross.
So it's I guess it's drip brew coffee for you.
It is.
Okay, that's fine. That's slightly above instant coffee for me.
So what kind of coffee do you like?
We'll have to save that for my interview.
Alright. We'll save it. I don't even think of a different type of coffee that exists.
Oh goodness.
So.
I'm gonna have to educate people.
I guess so.
Alright, what is your strangest talent?
Do people have strange talents? I don't know.
I think some people do.
You know, I don't want to tell you. How about that? No, I can, like, make my tongue into a 3-leaf clover.
Okay, that's interesting.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've seen people do that strange things with their tongues, but yeah. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen a 3-leaf clover. That's
I actually saw it on, like, this Nickelodeon program when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And then I just kept trying it until I could do it.
That's cool, I guess. Yeah, that's definitely a strange talent.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Alright, the follow-up question's really strange, though. How often do you sniff your fingers? It was... People want to know, Losty. This is an important question. Oh, goodness, are you okay?
Do people just snip their fingers? Because that sounds kind of gross. I don't know.
So the answer is not often.
I just can't even think about it because every time I just imagine, I can't even remember what, I think it's Superstar. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh, jeez, you have to start watching better movies.
Okay.
I don't really have the right to say that. I don't like any movies that, I've never seen Star Wars, so don't worry. Anyways, in the movie Superstar, there's this girl that always sticks her hands in her armpits and then sniffs them. That's all I could think about when you asked that.
Right. Yeah, that's not good.
That's gross. I don't really think I sniff my fingers that much. I smell my hands after I put lotion on them often.
Right.
If that counts.
That can count. We'll give you that. Okay. Alright. Did you enjoy AtheistForums.org more before or after you became a mod?
The same, I guess. I don't know why I would like it more or less.
Well, I guess you had more power.
Yeah, I do like the power, you know.
Fair enough. Describe your normal morning routine from alarm to out the door, including what you normally have for breakfast.
Oh, I don't know. I usually set my alarm for like an hour before I have to actually get out of bed.
Right.
That's another fun fibromyalgia thing. When I wake up in the morning, it's kind of hard to move.
Okay.
So I just roll over and I keep my medicine and a bottle of water right next to my bed. So take medicine, then wait until I can move without dying. And then I brush my teeth. My morning routine has a lot because I have kids.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to, like, I'm assuming you don't want me to sit here and tell you all the stuff that I do.
This person just said describe your normal morning routine. So
get dressed and then get my kids ready and get the kids and the dogs in the car and drop the dogs off and the littlest kid with the babysitter and then drop the other kids at school and then I go to work. And at somewhere in there's coffee. I don't really do breakfast. Right. I like to have coffee with my coffee for breakfast. So.
Good enough. Alright, which do you like better, tacos or burritos?
Definitely tacos. I always think it's funny how British people say tacos instead of tacos.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'll pick it up eventually. Have you ever fallen asleep / checked out while monitoring our inane dribble?
I don't know. I mean...
You haven't noticed.
Does it count as like, that's the thing that confuses me, is the moderating part. I've definitely fallen asleep or monitoring.
Yeah.
Why can't I say that? Anyway.
I don't get the monitoring part. It's not like we
that's
we don't really monitor it 24/7.
Like,
it's like reading every single post.
Does it count as, because I'm a mod, that every time I'm on AF, does that count as monitoring? Because if it does, then I've fallen asleep like 1,000,000 times. But if it doesn't, then I don't think ever. Like, because when I count monitoring, then I would assume that means while doing a staff thing. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that would be kind of weird if I just fell asleep in the middle of doing something specific.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's an odd one.
It's funny though.
Okay, we'll move on. Based on your self-perception, list one strength and one weakness of yours.
This feels like a job interview now.
It's alright, you've already got the job.
Oh yeah, okay. Strength and weakness. I would say for strength, I'm good at keeping a positive attitude, even in bad situations. And I would say, at the same time, for weakness, I can be overly emotional sometimes.
Right. Yeah, that's a good list. Okay. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it, so the next question won't make any sense. But if you could be Jaime, Cersei, or Tyrion, who would you be and why?
Oh, I would be the dragon girl.
That's not one of them, unfortunately.
I don't know who those people are. I only know, is her name Dannery?
Daenerys. So
Daenerys?
close, but not really.
That's what happens when you only read a word and never
Yeah.
just spoken. I actually played her in Mafia twice.
Okay.
That's the only reason I know who she is. She's kind of hot, so
you
I
go
like
with that,
her.
Daenerys.
I don't know those other people.
It's okay. Daenerys is a good choice. All right. What one quality do you think is your most attractive? And then it says, no false modesty now.
One quality that's my most attractive. I don't know. I guess I have nice eyes. I like my eyes. I'll choose eyes.
Eyes is good. Okay. My laptop is being weird. Hang on. I think I just nudged the connection to my external monitor and both the screens went off. I was like, no, bring back the questions. All right, they're back though. So tell us about a childhood memory that makes you smile.
A childhood memory that makes me smile. Oh, I have a perfect one actually. Okay, we went to Disney World. We did ride rides and stuff, but that's not why we went. We went to Disney World because my sister's softball team won like the state championship or something, so they got an opportunity to practice with the Atlanta Braves.
Okay.
And my dad was the coach, so our whole family went also. And we're on this bus. We have this bus driver that drove us all the way from Ohio. And we're trying to find, there's supposed to be a man who meets us outside with the tickets so that we could get in.
Mm-hmm.
And we couldn't find him, and nobody could get in touch with him on the phone. And that's relevant to the story. This bus driver is hilarious. We love him. We're driving around trying to find the guy. And my dad's like, stop and ask that man right there. And the bus driver said, that man ain't got no tickets, standing over there looking all crazy. And that made me smile. Like, we still say that all the time in my family. Like, I'll talk to my sisters, and if anyone says anything about tickets, then somebody will say that.
That's good.
It was just so funny.
I like those things from childhood. We just sort of make a little bond between your siblings and something to go back to.
Yeah.
That's always nice. It's like an in-reference that nobody else gets as well. It's like, if you did it in public, everyone would think you're crazy.
Yeah. That happens sometimes, yep. We have a lot of those, my sisters and I. Just say crazy stuff, and it makes perfect sense to us, and everyone else is like, what are you talking about?
What was the last concert you went to?
Oh, concert. I was thinking about this one when I was listening to Simba's interview, actually. Even though we're supposed to, like, not think about them. But I haven't been to a concert in so long. I'm pretty sure the last concert I went to was, like, either Toby Mac or the Barlow Girls. So, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I have no idea who they are.
They're both Christian artists.
Oh, right, that explains it.
Yeah. I actually don't think Toby Mac is that bad. Like, I don't really think either of them are that bad. I just...
No, some
as
like
far as artists go.
Christian rock is actually pretty good. It's just sat there listening to it and listening to the words, and it'll be like, oh yeah, it's Christian. It's like good rhythm, but the words are a bit silly.
It's funny, like, KJ52, I think that was my favorite artist when I was young, because we weren't really allowed to listen to a lot of normal music.
Right.
I like KJ5 too because even though he's a Christian artist, he doesn't really sing about Christian stuff that much.
That's good.
He has this song called "A Coke, a Fry, and a Cheeseburger," and it's like a rap all about how annoying it is that they can't understand what you're saying in the drive-thru.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. What is the one most awkward thing you've ever done, and what did you do about it?
These awkward questions.
I know, there's a few of them, isn't there?
The most awkward thing I've ever done. That's I don't even know how to decide that. I don't know. I've done a lot of awkward things in my life, I'm sure. I'm kind of an awkward person. Like, I don't know.
Fair enough. You don't have to
I
ask
feel
that.
kind of awkward right now.
There you go. This interview. And what did you do about it? You kept going.
Yep.
For the forum. Okay. I think this comes from somebody in the UK or Europe or somewhere. But it says, do you Americans really get a taxi by waving and yelling taxi, or do you phone them up like we do here?
I've never had a taxi before.
Really?
I don't know how people get taxis. I don't live in New York. Like,
yeah. I feel like this question is like, yeah, if you live in New York, you can pretty much just wave one down because they're everywhere. But if you live in the suburbs, you've pretty much got to phone them up.
I guess most people, unless you live in a really busy city, you have to call them. But I've been on the Tipsy Transit, if that counts as a taxi.
I don't know what that is.
The Tipsy Transit is
it sounds like some transit system where you have to drink to board.
You do tipsy. Actually.
Really?
Yes.
Oh goodness.
But it's the only form of public transportation that we have here besides from the university buses.
Right.
And basically they drive around mostly in Bremerton, which is like just like a little college village.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're drunk, they'll take you home. Sometimes you have to wait because they just have their same routes, and then they'll go out of the way if you're not on that route. But you might have to wait for like 5 other people to get off before you get home.
Right.
But you have to be drunk. Like, they won't take you if you're sober.
That's and it's free, I take it, or?
Yeah, it's free.
That's a really good
The
initiative.
whole point is just to make sure, like, people don't drive when they're drunk.
Yeah. That's actually a really good idea. I think more people should do that.
Yep, it was a really good idea.
Hmm.
I didn't really like riding on it, but
you're in like a bus with loads of
good, like
people.
in theory. Then you get on and you're just like, oh god, everyone's drunk here.
Yeah.
Someone's puking over there. No, just let me out here. But it's still good because you don't drive, and that's smart.
All right, how do you feel about Chipotle mayo?
I don't have any feelings about mayo. Like, it's just mayo. Yeah, I think I've had it before.
What did you think about it?
It was okay. I don't know.
Fair enough. That's a good answer. It's a good answer to a very strange question.
It's just... Chipotle mayo is the best question only because listening to you and Rob talk about it was so funny.
I didn't know what it was. I thought it was, like, to do with the restaurant.
That made me laugh. It's so weird they don't even have Chipotle anything at Chipotle.
Yeah, why is
really
that?
Really strange.
Someone should write them a letter. Alright. Why do you think you were asked to be on staff?
I hope because I'm like really awesome, you know? I don't know why I was asked to be on staff.
Fair enough.
I guess I should have asked that in preparation for this interview. Like, hey, guys, hurry up and tell me why you asked me, so I'll know.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be why you think.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll just go. You think it's because you're awesome.
Awesomeness.
There
yeah.
you go. All right. Regarding toilet paper, are you a folder? What? Are you a folder or a crumpler? Do you crumple it up or do you fold it? This is an important question here.
I'm like a wrap it around your hand person.
I think that qualifies as folding.
That counts as folding.
I think so, yeah.
Definitely not crumpling.
No. Fair enough. Moving on from that one. If you could live anywhere else in the US, where would it be and why?
Oh, in the US?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really hard question. I mean, I already live where I live, so maybe Florida, like really northern Florida, so like 5 miles down the road. No, I mean, if I wanted to pick a place that kind of fit me, I guess I would have to choose California because it's probably one of the warmest, least Republican-y places.
Yeah.
I don't like to be cold. That's why I live in Georgia. like, if I could live like in Delaware, I would totally live in Delaware, but it's cold there.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so you already said you liked tacos. So or is it tacos? when you make tacos, do you blend the taco sauce with the meat, or do you have them separately?
I'm guessing this is referring to American tacos.
I think so.
Because that's the only one that would make sense with blending stuff with meat. I don't really use taco sauce. Like, I just usually put regular salsa on my tacos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blend it with the meat, though. I just put it on the top.
Put it on the top. There we go. Alright. What are your aspirations?
Aspirations? I don't know.
Are your aspirations perhaps to learn how to answer questions without saying I don't know so much?
Yeah, that's a really funny question in itself. Like, I've been trying to work on not saying I don't know every time someone asks me a question.
Fair enough.
I want to go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
I would really like to graduate from college. That would be cool.
What would you major in? That's going a bit too far, is it?
I should say I don't know. Well, when I was in high school, I took college courses for high school credit in my AP program, and I was planning on being pre-law when I graduated from high school. Okay. I would kind of really still like to do that, even though I don't want to do anything with that degree anymore. Like, I don't need college for my job, you know. I already have it. I already have the job. I highly doubt they're going to pay me more if I get a degree anyways, so. I think I'd really like to just go ahead and do some kind of. I mean, I don't think I would go all the way through with law school, but I would like to major in something like that.
Yeah, just to have it, so you can say, I did this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And because I like learning that kind of stuff. Those are my favorite classes in school. Well, I think one I took that I really liked was terrorism and international crime.
Okay.
Loved that class.
It sounds like an interesting one, actually.
It was. It had a lot more religion than I was expecting.
That's because terrorism is linked pretty heavily to religion these days, unfortunately. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the important question: where is Morose Sinakian?
This is like the funniest question. You know what's really funny? He does get on. He gets on AF. He just only doesn't. He doesn't really post that much.
No.
And when he does, it's in the staff section.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he's in hiding right now. I don't.
Probably.
He never talks to anyone either, which I think is really funny. He just gets on and like makes a random post and leaves again.
It's good though.
He did
we value his
PM,
input.
though. I sent him a PM, I think about when we were having a vote or something, when I first joined the staff, and someone was like, make sure you PM everyone so they'll know. And so I PM'd everyone, and he did read that. So I don't think he voted or responded, but he totally read it. So
there we go.
Yeah, he's read a PM from me.
It's a feather in your cap. Alright, what do you do all day?
Yeah, that's going to be hard to answer. Right now, I'm on bed rest, so I literally just lay around all day.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Usually, I work and take care of kids and dogs and do all kinds of mom stuff.
Awesome.
I can hear this really annoying beep.
Yeah, I can hear that. I think that's your
Okay.
Hang on, let me just take my headphones off. Yeah,
no,
it's definitely your end.
It's my end. It's just outside of my house. I don't know what it is. It's really annoying. Sorry.
It's okay.
It sounds like someone's like someone's in reverse, like
right,
a delivery truck, but they're driving so slow. I don't know what that is.
What do you consider to be your greatest achievement?
My greatest achievement. That's a hard question. I don't know. I have really cool kids. That's a pretty good achievement, I think.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
I'll go with that. My kids are pretty awesome.
Yeah. So
I don't really know if it's an achievement. Like,
well, it means I guess it means you're a good mother. You know.
Yeah.
There you go. You've raised and are raising some great kids. There you go.
Yeah.
Very good achievement. Okay, why did you agree to be on staff?
I really needed the extra money.
How disappointed are you by your recent paycheck from me? Which I think was like 0. It was like an IOU.
Yeah.
So
I was just really glad to be asked. Like, I think that's pretty much the main reason. I want to be like really awesome, like Stimbo and Rob, and say that it's because I just really wanted to do all I could do to help, but but mainly I don't think that's really why I joined. No, I mean it is, of course, but mostly it was just I always thought I would never join. Like, I just I just thought, no, don't want to be a mod. Never ever want to do that again. And then you guys asked me, and I was like, wow, that's so nice. Okay. Like, I guess I was just so happy to be asked that I was like, all right, against my better judgment.
Fair enough. Okay, how does the staff manage to look so gorgeous?
I guess we all just hide behind Bex and Steel Curtain, and then...
There we go.
I don't know. Are we gorgeous? Can we even see us on there?
I mean, the person who asked this question seems to think we are.
Maybe that's a part of the staff process that I didn't know about yet, because I am still fairly new. It could be that we only choose gorgeous people to join the staff. Like, that's a qualifier. I'm not really sure.
Okay. If you had to marry one member in the forums, who would it be and why?
I have to go with Napoleon then.
Yeah?
Just because, like, the first year that I was a member, I always asked him to marry me, like, all the time. So I guess I have to choose him.
Well, there you go. He'll be happy about that. What is the strangest duty you have performed as staff? In your 4 months.
The strangest duty I've performed as staff. Do we have any strange duties?
I mean, it depends on your definition of strange.
Oh, I did purge that guy. Or it could have been a girl, I suppose. I did purge that spammer person. I can't... That was really strange, because their account was, like, some kind of, penis enlargement stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And their name was Messy. And I thought that was really weird.
There you go. So you purged a penis enlargement spammer. That's pretty strange.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
It was strange.
Well, and we're glad you did it.
Yeah.
Do you like tea?
Yes.
Okay, how do you like it? Milk and sugar?
Usually I drink chai tea with soy milk and sugar.
Yeah. Interesting.
Or, I mean, if that's what you're talking, like,
yeah.
As soon as you say milk and sugar, I always think of hot tea.
So you drink, iced chai tea? Or...
I don't drink iced chai tea. No, that would be gross.
Okay.
No, I drink that hot chai tea.
Okay.
I'm American, and I'm also from the north, so I drink iced tea, but not like here they have sweet tea, but it's not sweet tea. Like, if you were to go out right now, because you're in New England, right?
Yeah.
You can order sweet tea, and it would just be iced tea that happens to have sugar in it.
Yeah, probably.
Here it's kind of like a thick syrup. It's really not that thick like syrup. It just has a lot of sugar. It's really gross. I don't like that kind, but I do like iced tea. I like sun tea.
Okay.
I like a lot of tea. I usually drink tea cold, though, unless it's chai tea.
Alright. Where is the strangest place that you have performed staff duties?
It's just a really weird question. Who thinks of these questions, guys?
I don't know.
I don't think I've done any really strange places. I mean, the bathroom is obviously going to be the answer. I've done some labs in the bathtub, so that's different than.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you're gonna say the bathroom like everybody else?
I guess so.
Right,
I wish I had something more interesting, but I can't think of any other
I think
strange
it was
places.
either Stimbo or Rob said the garden. I can't remember which one who said it.
Does that mean like a real garden or like someone's backyard?
Someone's backyard, but they're British, so they say garden.
That's why I was asking, because they're British. So I don't really think being in the backyard is that strange.
No, doing moderation like duties, staff duties in the backyard is pretty strange, though.
Yeah.
Okay, has there been a time that you have either been too invested in a thread topic, or with a member that you've removed yourself from an issue to maintain neutrality?
Does that mean posting it in the thread, or like as a staff member?
As a staff member.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think everybody does that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we have to, but
no.
We just do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's like etiquette.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really, if you're really, like, involved in something, then it's better to just let everybody else vote.
Mm-hmm. Alright, what did you do for summer vacation?
What did I do for summer vacation? It wasn't that long ago. I should be able to remember this. I think I was actually in the hospital for most of summer vacation.
That sucks.
Yep. It does. It sucks. But it happens.
What did you do last summer?
I really don't remember. I have no idea.
Okay.
I might have been moving that time.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I don't really do summer vacations.
Oh, well, there you go. That's
this summer is gonna be. This summer, we'll have to do another interview next year, and I'll have something.
We'll do all the questions you were like, I don't know. Alright, here's a good one. Can you sum up Donald Trump in one word?
I guess creep would be my best word for
That's
him.
That's a good word. Yep. I agree with that. And I don't really. This is a strange question. Who let the dogs out? They literally wanted me to say it.
I don't know what's. That's just a song. That's not even a question. I take my own dogs out, but always on the leash because
that's responsible.
I have 2 pit bulls, and my other dog is half bull mastiff. Mm-hmm. They're really, really sweet and nice and gentle, but they could easily scare someone to death just from existing. So I can't just open the door. Also, it's illegal to just open the door and let them run out. So I take them out, but I don't let them out. I guess that's trying to answer a weird question in a normal way.
Alright, what are the aspirations you have for your children?
Aspirations for my children. I try not to have really important goals for their future, because I just want them to make their own choices, and I don't know. I don't want them to feel like like I'm ever pressuring them into doing some kind of a life that I set up for them. But I do want them to go to college. That's pretty much all. After that, then I don't. That sounds like really callous to say I don't care. But I don't
It's up
mean
to
it
them.
like.
Yeah.
Of course I care. I guess I just want them to be happy. That's all that really matters to me. They're healthy and happy and doing whatever they want to do with their lives.
Awesome. All right, what is your dream job?
My dream job?
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, I can't breathe now.
You okay?
Yeah. My breath just caught. I like the job that I have right now.
What's that?
Well, my title is academic advisor, which is basically a fancy word for counselor.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really do counseling like most counselors do in elementary schools. I work specifically with ESOL students.
And what are they?
ESOL stands for English Speakers of Other Languages.
Okay.
So it's just people who don't speak English as a first language,
mm-hmm.
which all of my people are Spanish speakers. But if I had someone that wasn't a Spanish speaker, then I would still get that student. It wouldn't be somebody else.
Yeah.
Just so happens that they're all Spanish speakers. Mostly I work together with the students and the parents and the teachers
mm-hmm.
to try and make sure that everyone can understand what's happening and be involved to make sure that the kids do well in school.
That's awesome.
I think we've made some really good progress since I started. My job was kind of an add-on last year.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a position they didn't have before. And so it was kind of that year that that decided whether I was going to like keep that job or not. And it went pretty well. So I really like my job.
Excellent. Okay, well, we're at the final question of the interview, and you probably know what it is. Tiberius, great admin or the greatest admin?
Definitely the greatest, yep. Greatest
Good answer.
admin. Totally
You
not
get to
saying that
stay.
because I fear for my job.
Excellent. Alright, well, thanks, Losty, for your time.
Yeah,
I think we clocked in at almost an hour and a half, so
wow.
People will be listening to this one for a long time. Yeah, thanks for all your answers.
You can cut out all my I don't know.
I'm leaving those in. And I think next time I will be interviewed, presumably by Losty.
Me.
Yes. Alright, excellent. Thanks very much.
Alright, thank you. Bye.
Bye.